So guys, we are in the 4th month in 2024. And if in 2024 you still stick bet or consider sports betting as a source of income, then I want to ask you one question. In the last 3 months, have you made profit out of bets? Have you made profit out of sports betting? Let me know your answers down below in the comments. Now, if your answer is no, then you are watching the right channel because I believe you are doing something wrong. And in today's video, I'm going to tell you about the best practices and also guidelines to help you win sports betting every single time. So guys, make sure to turn on notification to this channel. Guys, quickly, let's jump into it. Point 1, you need to consider sports betting as a business. Now, the ultimate goal for every single business is to make profit at the end of the day, week, or month. So for instance, if I put in a 10 into a business, at the end of the day, week, or month, I expect to receive my 10 plus extra cash on it. So if I put in my 10 and I get 11, 12, 20, whatever comes on top of that 10 becomes my profit. And you can see a quick math here. Now, if I put in a 10 and I don't get that 10 back, I have run at a loss. If I put in a 10 and I get less than that 10, I have run at a loss. Now, sports betting is almost runs like a business because when you put in a 10 and you receive a cash out lesser than your actual stake, then you are making a loss because you put in a 10 and you get a cash out of 5. You take that 5, you have lost another 5. So you need to consider sports betting as a business. And as a business, you make profit over time. Sports betting is not a get-rich-quick scheme. On the other hand, those running the apps, whether Betway, whether 1xBet, whether Sportybet, they're also running a business. You need to know that they only make profits. The sports betting companies only make profits if you, the one staking, lose your bet. So they are also counting on the fact that gradually their subscribers will lose their bet. So guys, you need to consider sports betting as a business and to be earning profit. So you need to go in a gradual mode. Don't expect to put in $1 and expecting to win 1 million overnight. That is not how a business is run. You can go and ask anybody who runs a business and they will tell you, you don't make huge profits overnight. It doesn't happen. You make profits gradually for a period of time before you are considered rich. But most people feel like sports betting is the gateway for them to get rich within a shortest possible time. If you think like that, you always run at a loss. So please, point 1 is consider sports betting as a business and make profit gradually over time. Point 2 is that losses are part of bets. There is no single person in this world who stakes bet and say that every time they stake, they win it. It's not possible. Sports betting is designed in such a way that you win some and you lose some. That is how it is. But at the end of the day, make sure your wins are more than your losses. As simple as that. Just know that whenever you stake a bet, there is a high possibility that it is not going to go well. And there's also another high possibility that is going to go well. So it is a 50-50 chance. It's a game of chance because you are predicting something that is going to happen in the future. And that is how sports betting is all about. So just psych your brain up that when you stake a bet, you either lose or win. And losses are part of bets. Don't be so worried if you lose a bet. Losses are part of bets. You lose some and you win some. So that is point 2. That is what you have to take into consideration when you are staking your bet. Point 3, don't be greedy. When you are staking bet, do not be greedy. There's a difference between being greedy and taking risk. People feel like it's the same thing. When you see people being greedy and you ask them, why are you being greedy in sports betting? They will tell you, I'm taking risks. There are two different things. Immediately you upload money or deposit money, let me use the word deposit. Immediately you deposit money onto your wallet on the sports betting app, you have already taken the risk. As simple as that. There's no way back. You have already taken the risk. But then greediness comes into play where you feel like in just a single day you have to be rich. It doesn't work like that. Probably there's a slim chance where it might work. But then that slim chance It's just one out of 100 or 1,000. There is no way you would get rich overnight with sports betting. There is a slim chance. When I say slim, I mean very slim. 0.001% chance of you getting rich in a single day through sports betting. As simple as that. So please, sports betting, if you really want to lose money, just be greedy. But then if you are serious about making money out of sports betting, just know that you don't have to be greedy and you have to take the maximum risk and be very responsible. Is very important. Now, talking about being responsible, let's talk about the next point. And the next point is, do not stick bet every single day. That is why when you are sticking the bet and you see the adverts they tell you, bet responsibly. Because betting is very addictive. Betting is very addictive. You don't have to bet every day. I don't get why people need to bet every day. Even players, footballers, athletes, they don't play every day. They don't perform their duties every day. There are periods where there are no football matches, where there are no basketball matches. But you see people sticking on games. Like, come on, are you that desperate? You need to control yourself. You need to discipline yourself in such a way that you don't have to bet every single day, every single time. There are people, that is what they do 24/7. Sit down and bet. I'm telling you, if you don't discipline yourself, you are going to run at a loss in the long run. You need to discipline yourself in such a way that you don't have to bet every single day. If there are no matches, do not bet. And make sure that you are betting on something or a game you yourself understand the rules for. If it's football you understand, please bet on that. If it's basketball, bet on that. Do not go betting on a sport you do not understand. For instance, I see people betting on that. If you don't understand how that game goes, do not stake. As simple as that. You are betting on ice hockey. You and I know you know nothing about ice hockey, but you are betting on ice hockey because what? The odds are favorable, you run at a loss. So you need to be very careful. You need to be very responsible because you see, taking risks is one thing, but being responsible is all on you. It's a discipline thing. You don't need to bet every day. As simple as that. Now, moving from that point, there is another point that is in correlation to not betting every single day, which is do not chase losses. I get people who stake bet, they run at a loss. As I said, losing a slip is normal when you're staking bet. But then the notation or the idea that when you stake the next one, you get back the money you lost in the previous one. If you take that mentality into sports betting, trust me, you are going to run at a loss. You need to have a fresh idea every single time you are staking a new slip or a new bet. Do not have this mentality thinking that you are staking a new bet to recover the money you lost in your previous bet. If you do that, you will never make the right decision. You'll be too desperate. And desperate people do not make the right decision. I mean, it's public knowledge that it's being said that you shouldn't make decisions when your emotions are very high. And this is the reason why I'm saying this. You shouldn't chase your losses. Once you stake a slip or a bet, it doesn't go well. Just put it aside. Let it go. It is part of the game. You win some, you lose some, but don't go in there with the mentality that whatever you come to stake now has to be able to, get you the money you lost in the previous slip. If you do that, you are going to lose bet. But guys, this is where I ended part 1 of our series. I'm going to bring you part 2 and part 3 on the guidelines, the best practices on how to win bet every single time. Thanks for joining me. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your experiences about sports betting. And also, if you have any point to share, let me know that down below in the comment section. Thanks for joining me. My name is Adam. I'll make sure to see you in the next one. Charlie, we go bye.